Alright, y'all. Alright. Now. With the camera. Okay. I'm here today and I'm here to talk about my top 25 Wrestlemania matches of all time. And I made this list because it's around Wrestlemania season time, And I felt like talking about Wrestlemania matches, and I got my own list, so don't get mad if I have somebody ranked too high or ranked too low. Just, hear me out, because this is my list, so I'm just going about what I like. So anyway, I just wrote down a list. I wrote down a list and all that, so I'm gonna just keep it going. All right, number 25, Undertaker versus Triple H, WrestleMania 17. This match right here was the best match of the three, in my opinion. I don't like 28 like that because it's a PG version of the Hell in a Cell match. All the match consists of is Triple H hitting Undertaker in the back with a steel chair like 77 times and false finishes. That's all it consists of. And Shawn Michaels super kicking both of their asses. That's all it consists of. It don't consist of really a storytelling match. You know what I'm saying? It consists of drama and bullshit. False finishes and bullshit. Overrated as Hell in a Cell match. It was okay. It wasn't the best Hell in a Cell match I've ever seen. It was okay. It was okay at best. Okay. It wasn't the best Hell in a Cell match either one of those guys had. So yeah. But the run at WrestleMania 17, that was a good match because okay, they both were just beating the hell out of each other. It wasn't no technical match. No, it was a physical ass, no disqualification type of match and shit. And they was beating the fuck out of each other. Beating the fuck out of each other. Every fucking where. I mean, they fought in the crowd and shit. Triple H beating Undertaker ass with a steel chair. I remember they were fighting back and forth. Undertaker was getting the best of them a little bit, and they went back to the ring. I remember when fucking Triple H got hit Undertaker in the head with a sledgehammer. He hit him for real in the head with a sledgehammer. That wasn't no fake shit, because he last round he actually hit him in the head with the wood part like BOW! He busted his shit. That wasn't no fake hit. He legitimately hit him in the head. He ain't cut himself open and all that shit. He legitimately busted his head open. And then Undertaker, that's why Undertaker took a long. He was in the daze a little bit and took him a while to get up because he was losing blood for real. So yeah, he got up and then he ended up beating Triple H in that match. And this, people say WrestleMania 18 was the first time they recognized his record. No, this is the first WrestleMania they really recognized his record. I think at this Mania he was like he went 9-0, I believe. I think he was 9-0. I think he was 9-0 or 8-0. No, he was 9-0. He was 9-0. And yeah, this is a good match, man. Okay, now number 24. Don't crucify me for this because this is my list. This is my list, okay? And this is my personal list I just want to make. So yeah. Number 24, Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar, WrestleMania 19. This match consists of some technical match, some type of. It was a good match, man, because both of them was doing a lot of suplexes and body slams towards each other. Especially Brock Lesnar, he was suplexing the shit out of Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle, I remember he suplexed Brock Lesnar. He made him do a backflip flip and shit. And Brock Lesnar is very underrated when it comes to his athleticism. Brock Lesnar is one athletic motherfucker. He could do some shit that smaller guys can't even do. Shit. Real talk. He more athletic than some smaller wrestlers. Shit. I'm dead serious. That dude he was bumping like a motherfucker. When Kurt Angle suplexed his ass, he back and flipping this shit. I'm like, damn. The fuck? What the fuck? He flew like a motherfucker. And then he did. What fucked up this match was that Superstar Press. He did that because that wasn't a part. He ain't supposed to do that in that match. That was not planned. The superstar press and that and him getting a concussion was not planned. When he got that concussion, he was all out of place, and the storytelling was going down the drain, and he didn't know what to do at the time. And it took Brock Lesnar 3 F5s to beat Kurt Angle. But this, all in all, this was a good match, man. I'm not gonna lie. But SmackDown at that time was the superior brand to Raw. SmackDown was better than Raw. Period. Fuck what anybody else saying. Raw was always the superior brand. Get the fuck out of here. SmackDown was kicking Raw's ass at that time. It was killing Raw. And I had cable. Most people say that just because they ain't got cable. I had cable and I watched Raw and SmackDown. SmackDown was way better. But yeah. Let me go on to this list. Number 23. You might not like him. I might not like him. But you can't lie. John Cena and Shawn Michaels was a good-ass match at WrestleMania 23. This match was a good match. John Cena was kind of holding his own a little bit. John Cena was the champion. And he won this match and shit. So I ain't like the outcome of the match, but I like how he did it in this match. It was a good match, man. It was a good-ass match. Shawn Michaels, he was bumping for John Cena, making some things happen. He'll make John Cena look good, like you supposed to. You supposed to get buried by John Cena. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to lose every time. Superman supposed to win, you know. But yeah, it was a good match, man. I went to this WrestleMania. This is a good match. And WrestleMania 23 is an underrated WrestleMania to me. It's very underrated. People always say, "Oh, WrestleMania." Everybody say WrestleMania 17 was the best. We know that shit. We all know that. It wasn't the greatest spectacular WrestleMania I ever seen and shit, but it was a good WrestleMania. It probably is the best, but not everything on that show was fucking great. Let's be real here. But yeah, WrestleMania 23 is a very underrated WrestleMania. Only thing that kind of fucked this WrestleMania up a little bit, all people remember it by is that Donald Trump versus Vince McMahon bullshit. But if you take that shit out of that WrestleMania, this is actually a pretty decent WrestleMania, if you really think about it. WrestleMania 23 was a decent WrestleMania. Very underrated WrestleMania. Very, very underrated. People, if you hear about great WrestleManias, you never hear about WrestleMania 23. Never. And it was not that bad. This match was a good match, though. Alright. Now, I'm about to move on the list. Number 22. Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit. Even though I fucking hate Chris Benoit for what he fucking done. Killing his wife and his fucking son and killing himself. He's killing his family because he couldn't handle the fucking life. He couldn't handle this shit. And his brains was splashed out by so many chair shots and shit. He got his brain splattered like a million fucking times in that fucking head. So, but yeah, despite that, Chris Benoit was a great wrestler. One of the greatest technical wrestlers to ever set foot in the fucking ring, in any business, in any company. Period. One of the best technical wrestlers of all time. But I hate that motherfucker for what he done. If he have never died for that reason, I wouldn't hate him as much. Trust me. If he never did what he did, I wouldn't hate him as much. Trust me. But yeah, despite that shit, this was a good fucking match, man. I ain't gonna fucking lie. This is probably, honestly, I should have ranked this match a little higher on my list. Should have put it in my top 15. Because this was a good ass match, man. It was a match, and this is a match everybody don't always talk about. But this is a good match, though. I ain't gonna lie. It was a technical match. In the smart eye, in the internet wrestling community, be like, you gotta be the greatest technical wrestler in the history of the business, and you gotta be technical, and you gotta do 150 backflips to prove something to me. Fuck out of here, motherfucker. I like technical matches, but damn, man, you ain't gotta be all in the ass with it. But yeah, man, this is a good match. Kurt Angle went over in this match. He beat Chris Benoit by a roll up. Kurt Angle ran the hell out of there, but that's Kurt Angle used his Olympian skills to win the damn match. Both of them was real technical. First it was real technical, then Chris Benoit, then they went to brawling. Kurt Angle went to brawling and shit, started beating Chris Benoit ass, and then people saying he can't out wrestle Chris Benoit. Well, yes the fuck you can't out wrestle Chris Benoit. If it was a real fucking wrestling Olympia style, Kurt Angle wrestle circles around this motherfucker. But Kurt Angle, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Period. My top 5 favorite. Top 5 favorite. I don't give a fuck. He's my top 5 favorite. He might not be everybody else's top 5 favorite, but he's my top 5 favorite. Definitely one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I love Kurt Angle. I love the way he wrestles. Alright, number 21. This match is ranked too low! It's too low! Why? Alright, I'm about to bring on the match. The Rock versus Hulk Hogan. Why you rank the match so low? This was a great match. What are you doing? Fuck out of here. I can rank it whatever the fuck I want to rank it at. This was a good match. I mean, the match itself wasn't a technical masterpiece, but the drama in the match when Hogan and Rock was out there, that moment, it was just big, man. The Rock was the most over guy in the company at the time. You can't even deny it. Austin was not as over as The Rock by that point. Fuck no. You can't. You gotta even admit it. You can't even lie about that shit. If you lie about that shit, you are in denial. You are in denial. You really in denial. But yeah, The Rock was the most over guy in the company. It could have been Austin and Hogan, but I know why they put The Rock before him, because The Rock was the most over guy in the company, and The Rock was kind of on the same level pattern as Austin in the Attitude Era, kinda. Even though everybody say Austin was the number one guy, he always been more over than The Rock. No, the fuck he have not. So stop fucking lying to yourself and stop lying to others saying that shit. But I say about shit, Rock was more over than Austin by WrestleMania 17, to be honest with you. Austin was over, but The Rock was more over. I know, really, by the summer of 2001, The Rock was more over than Austin. Let's be real here. Let's be completely honest here. Shit, it wasn't, the Attitude Era was not just Austin. So get Austin's dick out of your fucking mouth. Now, The Rock and Hogan, this was a big moment because when Hulk Hogan came back, he came back with the NWO and No Way Out that year, early, like a month ago. So yeah, they came back and they ambushed everybody. They ambushed The Rock. They ambushed Stone Cold, and that would led to Hulk Hogan versus The Rock. And then when they got in that match, everybody was cheering the fuck out of Hulk Hogan. Some people cheering The Rock, and then as the match go on, they start booing The Rock. And then that was a good match. The Rock went over in this match. And The Rock was supposed to win like 3 times in this match. He beat him by the sharpshooter twice. He supposed to. Hulk Hogan started tapping off, but he did beat Hulk Hogan, and the right man won this match. Everybody said Hogan should have won. No, Rock should have won because he's supposed to be the up and coming star. He's supposed to be the up and comer in this company. So the right guy won the match. It's not like people always compare this to Cena and Rock. No, fuck that shit. Cena ain't never been as over as Hogan. He ain't never been as over as Rock or Austin. So no. Cena ain't never been that over. Never. Ever. And he never will be. Shit. Cena never will be over like that. He's not a mega star like them guys are. Man, please, if you go to John Cena cheers now and go to their cheers back then, it's no fucking comparison. Not even close. Especially Hogan. Hogan, oh my God. He got the crowd turn on The Rock. But yeah, the right man won the match, man. This is a good moment for WrestleMania 18. That's the only thing to really remember out of WrestleMania 18. Even though there was some decent matches on this card, on this WrestleMania card. But yeah, I'm about to move on now. Number 20, Roddy Piper versus Bret Hart, WrestleMania 8. I remember them going into this match. Roddy Piper was kind of a face in this match. I mean, he was kind of a face going into this match. But then, and Bret Hart was the heel. He was a heel at the time. So when they went into this match, it was kind of a swerve turn. Like the crowd started turning on. They start turning on Roddy Piper and shit. They start booing his ass and shit. And then they start cheering for Bret Hart. And Bret Hart started getting over and shit. And then Bret Hart won the match. He won the Intercontinental title from Roddy Piper. It was a pretty decent match. It was a decent build up to this. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a decent build up. It was okay. But yeah, I know what they was doing though. So yeah, it was good for the future of the Bret Hart. That was setting him as becoming the future star of that company at the time. And yeah. So yeah, that's what I gotta say about that match. Number 19. Kill me. You might as well shoot me with the gun. Bow, 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 bow. What's wrong with you, man beast? I don't give a fuck. I like this fucking match. Fuck you if you don't like my opinion. You can get the fuck out of here. Number 19. Shane McMahon versus Vince McMahon, WrestleMania 17. I fucking love this match, man. This is the two memorable moments in this match I like when Shane McMahon he shoved a garbage can in front of Vince McMahon's face and he missile drop kicked him from across the ring into the trash can all into his face and shit like that. Vince McMahon like, bitch. And then another memorable moment when Shane McMahon elbow dropped into the announcer table. Well, he tried to do the elbow drop into the announcer table and Vince McMahon moved out the way because of Stephanie McMahon helped him move out the way. And then Shane McMahon hit nothing but table. And it took him a while to get up. But all in all, and then Linda McMahon interfered in the match and shit. And then she low blow Vince McMahon or whatnot. And then Shane McMahon went over in this match and won the match. No shit. Linda McMahon helped her son win the match, so, and screwed over her husband. So, hey, it's family business, right? Linda McMahon helped her son win. Hey, whatever. But yeah, this is a nice drama-filled match. It wasn't a technical masterpiece, but then again, you don't have to impress me. You don't have to be the most technical fucking wrestler to impress me. As long as you can put on a good story and just have fun, like make the match fun, I'll be happy. I don't give a fuck. All these other nerds and shit online be like, you gotta be a technical wrestler. You gotta be Daniel Bryan. You gotta be real. You gotta do 1,004 holds and all this shit. You gotta be doing this and that and backwards flips and all this bullshit. Man, fuck out of here. You ain't gotta be a technical wrestler to be a good wrestler. I don't believe in that bullshit. I don't believe in that bullshit at all. Even though I do like technical wrestlers, but shit. Still, you ain't gotta be a super technical wrestler to impress me. I mean, if you like that style, that's fine, but you ain't gotta try to make everybody feel like shit because they don't like the same thing you like, or like everything technical gotta be great. Everything technical has to be great, or everything that ain't technical is not great. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, fuck those nerds that say that bullshit. Okay. Number 18. The Triangle Ladder Match. Edge and Christian versus the Dudley Boys versus the Hardy Boys. WrestleMania 16. WrestleMania 2000, I should say. This match gets highly overlooked by some people. But by me, no. This was a good ass match, man. It wasn't a TLC match, but it was a good match. They all was beating the hell out of each other. Edge and Christian, it seemed like they was relaxing in this damn match. They wasn't doing shit, it seemed like. It was just the Dudley Boys and the Hardy Boys beating the fuck out of each other. doing some crazy shit. Jeff Hardy did a fucking swanton bomb into the damn table on Bubba Ray Dudley. How many times Jeff Hardy did that shit on Bubba Ray Dudley? He did that shit on Bubba Ray Dudley like 100 fucking times. It seemed like he just swanton bombed his ass and shit. I think Jeff Hardy said he broke his tailbone when he did that shit. When he did that swanton bomb, like boom, that was probably the best swanton bomb ever. That shit looked like it hurt when he came down. It like he hit his ass hard or something. Shit, he did more damage to himself than he did to his opponent. They was doing, man, the Hardys was some crazy motherfuckers. The Hardys and some Douglas, some crazy motherfuckers. And Edge and Christian was just relaxing and shit. And then sometimes they'll come in the ring do some concerto shit. Do the concerto. When they hit their opponent with two chairs and shit, you know, when they go together and just bam! That shit look like it hurt. I'm like, damn, man, they fuck people up with that shit. That shit like it do more damage than the damn table spot or something. But I don't know. Yeah, Edge and Christian went over in this match, man. And it seemed like all these matches, Edge and Christian went over. I don't know why the fuck they always went over in these fucking matches. I don't know why. Because they ain't do shit in these damn matches, it seemed like. They did something, but they ain't do a lot like the Dudleys and Hardys did. But yeah, this is a good match, man. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably the best match on this fucking WrestleMania. This match in that triangle and that triangle triple threat match against. That triple threat match against with Chris Benoit, Chris Jericho, and Kurt Angle. Even though I ain't put that match on his list, that could be an honorable mention though. But that's not on his list. But yeah, it was a good match, man. I'm not gonna lie. That match gets overlooked a little bit to me. Okay, number 17, Undertaker versus Kane, WrestleMania 14. Not a great technical match once again. You gotta be, here come the nerds. You gotta be technical. You gotta be Daniel Bryan. You gotta do 3 backer flips at one time. You gotta do 17 backer flips. You gotta do fucking high flying moves and all this bullshit. Fuck out of here. This is a good physical, for these two type of guys that have this kind of match, was a good match because this match was real physical. They was doing some stiff punches and body slams and all kinds of shit. This is a good WrestleMania. This is a good WrestleMania match. This probably one of the best Undertaker WrestleMania matches ever, and that's saying a lot. Even though it wasn't his best match, it was one of his best. Shit. It was a good physical match, man. The drama, the build up to the match was that was the most part of this match, the build up. It was the build up. So, it was the build up and all. So, yeah. Shoot. That's all I gotta say about this. I see myself on TV right now. I'm not even bullshitting. Yeah. And shit, damn, they showing it all on TV. What the fuck? They showing this shit all on TV. I hope they don't show my face. Wow, really? I know I'm making the video right now. Y'all like, why you just stop? I'm just waiting till this come on TV then I'm going to continue with my list. This is just crazy right here. Wow. Wow. They showing it again. Y'all hear that? I see it too. Don't stop that stove no more. I'm trying to get the hell out of there too. I'm glad they showed my face for real though. I seen the owner came out. He was looking so stunned. It was hilarious. Oh boy. Oh, they showing me. No, why they showing my face? What? Oh my god. Oh man. Okay. uh, yeah. Now I'm about to continue with this list. Number 16. Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho, WrestleMania 19. This match was a good match. This match was a good match, man. I'm not even gonna lie. This probably people overrate this match a little bit, but I seen it. I seen it. I seen it. I seen it though. I seen it though. I seen it. I don't know why they did. All right, go away, go away. But yeah, but yeah, yeah. Number 16, Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho. This is a good technical match. See, this match during the build, it was the build was for Chris Jericho. They was trying to build him as the next Shawn Michaels or whatnot, and they was saying like Chris Jericho was just trying to like when I was growing up, I was looking up to Shawn Michaels and stuff like that. He wanted to be the next Shawn Michaels, so he said he can outdo Shawn Michaels at what he can do. Outdo what Shawn Michaels does. He can be a better Shawn Michaels than what Shawn Michaels is. And Chris Jericho ended up losing the match, you know. But this is nothing but a technical match right here. It wasn't no super hot. It wasn't no high flying moves a lot, but it was a fast paced match, and that's how I like it. A fast paced match. And then at the end, Chris Jericho low blowed his ass. He kicked. I think he kicked him in the nuts. Yeah, I think he kicked him in the nuts, and then that was some dirty tactics and shit. That's when Chris Jericho was the asshole at the time. Okay, now I'm done with that match. Number 15, Edge versus Chris Jericho versus Shelton Benjamin versus Chris Benoit versus Christian versus Kane, WrestleMania 21 Money in the Bank match. I remember that moment when it wasn't a lot in this match to remember by, but the only thing I really remember out of this match is when Shelton Benjamin clothesline. I think it was who was he clothesline? He put a ladder there and he ran up the ladder and he clotheslined somebody. I think it was either Chris Jericho. I think it was Chris Jericho. It was like Chris Jericho or Edge or somebody. I don't know. I think it was Chris. I think it was Chris. It was either Chris Jericho or Christian. I think it was Chris Jericho. He clotheslined his ass off that bitch. That's the only thing I remember out of this motherfucker. And then the Edge win the very first Money in the Bank match. And the match it was a decent match, you know. It wasn't the best Money in the Bank match, but it was the best. It was probably the best one far as setting the stone for the other Money in the Bank matches in the future. That's why I put this on the list. You know, it was a decent match though. But yeah, I'm done with that. Number 14, Edge versus Mick Foley, WrestleMania 22. This is a hardcore motherfucking match. Edge, both of them. I remember Mick Foley he had the thumbtacks and shit, and then he slammed Edge on the thumbtacks. He had thumbtacks all in his back and shit. It was just some hardcore bloody ass. It wasn't real bloody, but they were beating the hell out of each other. And then Edge, it wasn't a lie. It was just some hardcore shit. And then Edge fucking he speared Mick Foley in between the ropes to the outside and to the flaming table and shit. And then both of them burned the shit out of themselves. Mick Foley looked like he was doing the motherfucking Macarena in the fucking after he got speared and shit. That motherfucker was spinning in circles and shit. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, why Mick Foley finally had his WrestleMania match, his moment at Mania. Mick Foley is a fucking legend though, man. Mick Foley one of my favorites. Foley is guy, man. One of the best men to ever do it in my opinion. Not a technical wrestler, but this is one of my favorites in general. Because One of the best. Because one of the best one, man. Man, that was one hell of a hardcore match, man. People say it's a reincarnation of Orton and Foley. No. No, it wasn't a reincarnation of the match, you know. It wasn't a reincarnation, so yeah. It was a pretty good match. Pretty good hardcore match. Okay. Number 13. Stone Cold versus Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 14. It was a pretty good match, man. It was a pretty good match. Yeah. When Tyson, he was a special guest referee in this match. This was really launched the Attitude Era when Austin was on his long drive to become the champion. This is his first chance to win the championship. His first title he was getting, and Shawn Michaels was being a douchebag at the time, and it seemed like at the time it was more about Austin. Everybody thought Austin and Tyson was gonna fight at Mania, but after all, it was just Austin and Michaels. They was fighting each other, and then Tyson was the referee. I remember when Tyson and Austin got into it on Raw that one night, and they had all the security guards around them. And we all know Mike Tyson could beat Stone Cold ass. We all know this shit, but yeah, it was a good moment though. It was a moment everybody remembers. So yeah, yeah, that's what happened. The right guy won the match because Shawn Michaels did not want to put over Stone Cold in this match, and he should have, because if he never put him over in this match, man, this match, Undertaker was gonna beat his ass for one. Two, the Attitude Era would never been launched really. And three, that would have been a fucked up ass moment. Okay, number 12 now. Triple H versus Shawn Michaels versus Chris Benoit WrestleMania 20. Fuck Chris Benoit once again for what he fucking done. What he fucking done, even though he had that moment and shit. He won the match, that triple threat match. It's a pretty good match or whatnot. But he fucked it up at Madison Square Garden. He had the best match at the best stadium in the fucking country. This motherfucker fucked it up, killing his kid, killing his wife, and killing himself with his fucked up brain. Murderer. Everybody want to cheer a fucking murderer. I ain't cheering this motherfucker. But it was a good fucking match. I give him that. And the moment was special. When him and Eddie Guerrero came into the ring and started hugging and crying and shit. And now, the guys that are celebrating that moment, both of them dead. So, I don't know what to say about that, you know. All I gotta say is a good match. I ain't about to continue with this shit. Number 11. Razor Ramon versus Shawn Michaels ladder match, WrestleMania 10. Even though they propped this as the first ladder match ever, it was not. It was the first ladder match ever was Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels in the in-house show. It was at a house show, so that was the first ladder match ever. But this was the first ladder match in WrestleMania. Yes, this was one hell of a match, man. They was using the ladder line in this match, and I think Diesel was in Shawn Michaels' corner at this time, and they was friends and all. I think that later on that year they became tag team champions or some shit, part of the Clique and shit. All three of them motherfuckers are part of the fucking Clique. Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, and goddamn Diesel. All of them in the Clique. All three of them. The Clique match and shit. But despite that, this was a fucking good match. This was a good ass match. Probably one of the best ladder matches of all time. Even though I thought the one at SummerSlam just was slightly better, but this one was one of the best ladder matches of all time. One at SummerSlam later on that year was better than this one. But yeah, this was a good match. This was a good ass match. Shit. I'm not gonna lie, this was a good match. They used the ladder a lot in this match, and then after this match, they couldn't use the ladder like that no more. And Razor Ramon went over in this match, so yeah. Even though that one moment they showed that picture when Shawn Michaels do that cross body. Well, it didn't want the cross body. It was like a splash off that ladder and shit. That was the moment everybody remember picture in their head when they see that match. They picture that shit in their head. Because that looked like a sweet-ass moment. Shawn Michaels at the time was really a high flyer. He was a super high flyer at that time. That dude always did some high flying shit at that point, at that time in his career. Shawn Michaels also don't get enough credit for being a high flyer. He one of the greatest high flyers in WWE history. Okay. Number 10, right? Randy Savage versus Ultimate Warrior, WrestleMania 7. People say WrestleMania 7 one of the best WrestleManias of all time. No, it's not. It's not that great of a WrestleMania. Not that great. It just had one great match. And it was this match. Savage versus Warrior. This match was this match was fucking crazy. But yeah. Man, this match went on for a while and then they was beating the hell out of each other. No, this wasn't no technical match or whatnot. It wasn't no technical match or whatever, but it was okay. It was an okay match, you know. It was an okay match, but hey, man, for WrestleMania, it's a good match, but it's an okay match overall. It wasn't the best Randy Savage match, but you know. And I think who went over in this match again? Oh yeah, I know who went over. Warrior went over in this match. Warrior went over. Warrior went over, and this was a crazy ass match. But this wasn't the best Randy Savage match. Damn. What the fuck, man? I'm forgetting shit. Man, what the fuck going on around me, man? It's some bullshit. Oh yeah, this is the match. This is that retirement match, and no, my bad. Warrior won this match. I'm tripping and shit. I'm tripping. Warrior won this match, and Randy Savage had to retire. But this is a good match despite that shit. Let me tell you one thing about Ultimate Warrior. He can't fucking wrestle. But the best thing he ever done is no-sell Triple H at WrestleMania 12. Or was that 13? Was that 12 or 13 that he beat him? I think that was 13. Yeah, I think that was 13. No, it was WrestleMania 12. It was WrestleMania 12. When he no-sold his ass and shit. That shit was funny as fuck. He no-sold Triple H. That pedigree. Damn, I'm tripping, dog. I'm tripping. But yeah, this is a good match, man. Alright, man. Number 9. Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels. WrestleMania 21. When going on to this match, I remember the build-up when Kurt Angle came out acting like Shawn Michaels and shit. This shit was so fucking funny, dog. I'm a sexy Kurt. Sexy Kurt. I'm a sexy Kurt. That shit was so fucking hilarious. When he was trying to act like Shawn Michaels. And then they were just trying to, since I think this shit started off when, I think the Royal Rumble or some shit. I think this shit started off at the Royal Rumble 2000. I think that WrestleMania 21, right? This was 2005? Yeah, 2005. At the Royal Rumble when Shawn Michaels eliminated Kurt Angle at the Royal Rumble. Then Kurt Angle got pissed off and shit. And he started beating the fuck out of Shawn Michaels. And then that's when this fucking feud started. And then they start going at it since then. And then they had funny ass promos going against each other. And then this match happened. And this was one of the best matches I ever seen. Shit, I could rank it up higher to be honest with you. But this is, I think number 9 is a good spot for this match. It's a good spot. But the technical aspect of this match, it was a good match. Kurt Angle went over in this match with the ankle lock. He had Shawn Michaels in that ankle lock for like 20 hours and shit, it seemed like. He had him in that ankle lock forever. It took him a long time to make Shawn Michaels tap out. But he finally tapped the fuck out. Shawn Michaels trying so hard to get to the ropes, but he couldn't. It was like WrestleMania 23 when John Cena had him in that STF. When he had him in that STF for like 5-10 minutes and shit. Seemed like he had him in that STF for a long ass time before Shawn Michaels chopped the fuck out. And the same thing happened here at WrestleMania 21 when Kurt Angle had Shawn Michaels in the ankle lock for a long ass time. Shit. He had him in that bitch for a long time before he tapped out. But yeah, this was a technical masterpiece, man. Technical masterpiece. The fucking nerds on the internet, they love this shit. Alright, man, I'm about to move up the list now. Number 8, Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker, WrestleMania 25. Yes, I got it at number 8. Too fucking bad. Because half of you motherfuckers were having it in your top 3. It'll be in your top fucking 3 or your number 1 greatest WrestleMania match of all time. In my personal opinion, I don't feel that way. I don't feel the same way everybody else does. I think that is a little bit overrated now. It shouldn't be in your top 3. Well, it ain't in my top 3. It ain't that damn good. It's good now. Don't get me wrong, but it's not good enough to be in my top 3. I don't think so. Top 10, fuck yeah, definitely. But I think it's a little tiny bit overrated by some people. But yeah, this match was a good ass match, man. There's a lot of false finishes. I think Shawn Michaels, he could have beat Undertaker in this damn match. I remember when he super kicked his ass and shit. Shawn Michaels went down. He took him forever to pin fucking Undertaker, and then when he pinned him, he tried to pin him and shit. He kicked the fuck out. And one thing I hate about Undertaker, when he do that sit-up shit, I hate that shit. Hate that fucking shit. But that's part of his character, though. Kane do the same shit. They both sit up and shit. I hate that fucking shit. I remember the funniest shit when he did that. I remember when Undertaker did that against Edge one time. Edge hit that motherfucker in the head with a steel chest. Sonny, he did that shit. He sat up. He said, "Bitch!" I was like, "Damn!" He tried to sit up. He got his ass clocked. Bitch! Oh shit! Undertaker, that shit was so fucking hilarious. But yeah, Undertaker, you know he went over in this shit. Undertaker, I remember Shawn Michaels kicked out of he kicked out of the tombstone and shit. I think once or twice in this damn match, he kicked out of the tombstone. Cause the tombstone, they didn't overdo it with the false finishes in this match. They ain't overdo it with like 1, 2, all that shit. You know, too many close finishes. They ain't overdo it in this match. This is a good match, man. I remember when Undertaker flew out the damn ring, and when Shawn Michaels he kicked out that tombstone. That was the first time somebody kicked out a tombstone in a long ass time. In a long motherfucking time. And then since then, everybody else started kicking out the fucking tombstone since that year. CM Punk kicking out the shit. Triple H kick out the shit. Everybody kicking out the fucking tombstone. I remember the tombstone back in the day. He hit you with that tombstone. You ain't getting the fuck up. Once he hit you with that shit, you fucked. You're done. You lost. Once he hit you with it, you done. You don't get up. You supposed to just lose. That's how Undertaker used to be. Shit. Once he hit you with it, you fucked. It's pretty much over. Same way with the chokeslam back in the day. Then everybody started kicking out the shit. But yeah, that kind of ruined the Undertaker gimmick a little bit because everybody started kicking out his fucking finishers and shit. They start fucking it up a little bit. But yeah, I love this fucking match, man. I can't stay on this fucking match forever. I could talk about it for 20 minutes, but I'm not about to do that. Okay. Number 7. Owen Hart versus Bret Hart, WrestleMania 10. I got this match over Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker. Every smart favorite match, Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels. I got this match over there. Every smart favorite match. Every internet nerd and shit favorite match. But that ain't my favorite match. But Owen Hart versus Bret Hart, I thought it was better than this match. Better than that match. I thought it was better. They was so technical sound in that fucking match. It was going back and forth. And Owen Hart, he looked better than Bret Hart in this fucking match. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. It was a lot of ground wrestling, and Owen Hart went over. It was like he outsmarted Bret Hart. Like he tried to. I think what he do. I think he got him by the legs or some shit. Bret Hart tried to do some kind of. He tried to do some kind of roll up or some shit, and then Owen Hart caught his legs and shit, and then he pinned him 1, 2, 3. But the most memorable thing about that match when he had him in that sharpshooter. Owen Hart had Bret Hart in the sharpshooter. That shit was memorable as hell. But yeah, Owen Hart went over in this match. They ain't built, and when Owen Hart was alive, they ain't built him the way they should have built him. Because like, look here, they ain't built him the way they should have. Like when he beat him at Mania, they should have kept having him beat Bret Hart at Mania. Damn, my throat going dry as fuck. But yeah, they should have had him beat him at that cage match later on that year. They should have had Owen Hart go over. Shit, Owen Hart should have got that push to become world champion. He's one of the greatest. He's one of the greatest wrestlers to never win a championship, to never win a world title. I mean, that's what I meant to say. But yeah, he should have won the fucking title. He should have won the fucking title from Bret Hart. He should have beat Bret Hart at least once for the fucking title. Because in a way, I like Owen Hart a little bit more than Bret Hart. Because Owen Hart, he had more charisma and shit. He had way more charisma than Bret Hart for one. He was better on the mic too. Three, like wrestling wise, Owen Hart more athletic. But both of these guys good technical wrestlers though. I'm not gonna fucking lie. They good technical wrestlers, but I like Owen Hart just slightly more. Not just because he passed away either. So don't get that fucking bullshit in there. Alright. Number 6. Why this match is so low? Why? Why did you put it in your top 3? I can put it wherever the fuck I want to. Okay, don't crucify me for this. Andre the Giant versus Hulk Hogan WrestleMania 3. What can I say? This fucking match sold the fucking building. It sold the fucking WrestleMania. Everybody watched it at home, and then you had I don't know how many they sold this WrestleMania out in the Silverdome. It was in Pontiac, Michigan. This is the third WrestleMania. I think this is 1987, I believe. Was it 87? I think it was 87. Yeah, I think it was 87. And they sold this WrestleMania out. Andre the Giant clearly passed his prime. Hulk Hogan is in his hottest peak of his career. He clearly in his hottest peak of his career. Hulk Hogan is. Shit, Hulk Hogan was on the same list as Muhammad Ali and shit, so. Hey. Hulk Hogan, this match got to be one of the biggest drawing matches in WrestleMania history. It's not the biggest drawing match in WrestleMania history. It drew in over 60,000 fans coming into the arena. It drew a lot of fans in. This match wasn't a great moment. I mean, the greatest match of all time, but it was like one of the greatest technical masterpieces of all time. I keep saying masterpiece because all these fucking nerds and smarks and shit want to clown you and shit, saying, "Oh, you gotta be a good technical wrestler to impress me." Get your head out of your ass and gone somewhere. I remember when Hulk Hogan slammed Andre the Giant. That's the most memorable moment of this fucking WrestleMania. Even though I don't think it was the first time Andre the Giant really been slammed, but it really the first time somebody easily just BAM! Slammed him and shit, and then he leg dropped him. Hulk Hogan was nothing but a four moves of doom type of guy, like John Cena, 5 moves of doom type of guy. Only difference is Hogan is way more over than John Cena ever been in his life. Even Hogan of today is more over than John Cena is right now. And he old as fuck. He not even relevant anymore. And Hulk Hogan's still one of the most over guys in the company. I mean, one of the most over guys in wrestling history. If you go anywhere and ask who the fuck Hulk Hogan is, I bet you at least one person would know who the fuck Hulk Hogan is. If you ask 3 people who Hulk Hogan is, I bet you at least 2 of them know who the fuck he is. Actually, damn, probably if not lucky, you might have 3 of them know who the fuck Hulk Hogan is. Everybody, damn near anybody know who the fuck Hulk Hogan is. My fucking mama, my fucking grandmas and shit know who the fuck Hulk Hogan is. My great aunties and shit know who the fuck Hulk Hogan is. So yeah, Hulk Hogan was the fucking man back in the day. Don't compare seeing the Hogan ever again in your fucking life. You fucking new age fans, you can't compare somebody that was super popular to some fucking lame ass wrestler. Fuck out of here. Alright, my number 5 match. I'm getting top 5 now. Number 5, TLC 2, Edge and Christian versus the Hardy Boys versus the Dudley Boys, WrestleMania 17. What can I say about this match? It wasn't fast paced, but it was a good match. I ain't gonna go into complete details about it, but I thought people hate this match because of the interference, but that what made the match in my opinion. When Spike Dudley, Lita, and Rhino interfered in the match, that made the match even more interesting. Because you had 3 members from each team, 1 member from each team interfering in the match. And then I remember with Jeff Hardy Swanton, I think he Swanton, was it Rhino? I think it was Rhino and Spike. I don't know if it was Rhino and Spike Dudley, or was it, who was it? Damn. I think it was Edge or something. Edge and Spike Dudley, I think. He fucking Swanton their ass in the fucking table. Shit. I don't remember who exactly what it was, but he Swanton their ass. I gotta go watch the match again, even though I watched the match like 50 billion fucking times. But I still don't remember shit. I got a bad memory sometimes, so hey, whatever. And then Edge and Christian once again win the fucking match. This match was it was fast paced for this type of match. It was kind of fast paced. Man, I remember Hardy Boy, Matt Hardy and Bubba Ray Dudley. They was on top of the ladder and shit, and then I think Rhino pushed them off of that bitch, and they went through like 4 tables and shit. They was just boom, 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 boom. I'm like, damn, they ain't get the fuck up either. I know they got hurt after that shit. And then Edge and Christian won the damn match because Rhino helped up Christian. He pulled up Christian, he grabbed the titles and shit and won the goddamn match. So that was pretty interesting, the way that match ended, the way the match was going on. So yeah. Alright, number 4, Randy Savage versus Ric Flair, WrestleMania 8. When Randy Savage went over on this match, this was a good ass match. Technical match. It had a lot of drama going involved because I remember when Ric Flair and shit, he was trying to get with Miss Elizabeth. And man, Miss Elizabeth, I remember when she smacked the fuck out of Ric Flair. And then Randy Savage, I think he was a face at the time. Ric Flair was a heel. Technically, it was supposed to be, this match supposed to be Hogan versus Flair, but it was Savage versus Ric Flair. Well, this became a better match. It probably was for the right reasons why this match happened. Maybe it was meant to be. It was meant to be this way. Because this was a good ass match. Because of the drama in the damn match, it was a good ass match. The drama in the damn wrestling in the ring, the story they was telling. It wasn't a real technical match, but the story they was telling in this match was real good. Which caught my interest. Damn, some shit went in my nose. Yeah. Randy Savage went over on this match, man. Alright, now. I'm about to speed this shit up a little more. Number 3. The Rock versus Stone Cold, WrestleMania 17. People are like, why you put this match so high? Some people be like, why you put this match so high? Why you put this match in the lower spot? Well, because I fucking can, bitch. Because I fucking can. Like, it wasn't a good match because of the ending. It wasn't a good match because of the ending. There it is, going down the hill. It's going down the hill. Blah, 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 blah. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, for real. I don't want to hear that shit. I ain't gonna lie, the ending was kind of fucked up now. But if take that ending away, this is a good ass match. It was a great match. They was beating the fuck out of each other. Stone Cold was strong in this match too. He was beating the fuck out of The Rock. Hitting him with chairs and shit. He stunned The Rock like 3 fucking times. Shit. And he still couldn't pin the fucking Rock. He still couldn't pin the goddamn Rock. He bust open The Rock. The Rock, I think The Rock cracked Stone Cold in the fucking head too. He beating Stone Cold ass a little bit. He was getting parts of Stone Cold too. But Stone Cold, he outshined The Rock in this match a little bit because he busted open The Rock. He stunned him 3 times. And every time Stone Cold stunned the fucking Rock, why The Rock always gotta do a fucking back flip? That shit be looking funny as hell, dog. He be doing back flips and corkscrew moonsaults and shit. That shit be funny as hell. Be doing back flips and shit. Shit be funny, dog. He overselling that shit, which makes it even funnier. But they brought the best out of each other. And what makes this, I thought WrestleMania 17 the best because of the commentary. It was the best commentary ever. Period. They both Jim Ross and Paul Heyman brought the best out of each other out of this match and this whole fucking pay-per-view. But this was a good match. Now, if Vince McMahon ain't got his dumb ass involved, this probably would have been the greatest WrestleMania match of all time. I'm dead, and I stand by my word. This is probably the greatest WrestleMania match of all time if that ending had never happened. Fucking stupid ass motherfucker. And I stand by my words. Probably the best match to ever happen with a fuck up. And, you know, good match. Yeah. It was a pretty good match, man. I had fun watching this match again. Vince McMahon brought his ass out there and then Stone Cold turned heel, hit The Rock in the fucking head hit The Rock with a chair like 10 fucking times down there. 10 times, or I don't know how many times he hit him with the chair. He just hit him with the chair a lot. He was beating the fuck out The Rock with the fucking chair. And then he joined forces with Stone Cold and shit. That shit was stupid, though. The shit was stupid. They should have had a Rock win over in this fucking match. If Stone Cold was not, and then when Stone Cold turned heel, even though he won, or Stone Cold, if he was gonna win, they should have had him just straight up beat The Rock clean, or straight up. They should have had him beat The Rock straight up. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having Vince McMahon getting involved in all this bullshit, because Vince McMahon is being an egotistical piece of shit bastard, being a dumbass and shit, interfering in the fucking match. And the match was probably the best WrestleMania main event match of all fucking time. If he never interfered in the shit, it probably was the best Mania match of all time, but he fucked it up big time. So it's not the best Mania match of all time. So yeah, man, I'm done talking about this shit. I'm about to go on a rant about that later on. Number 2, Randy Savage versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, WrestleMania 3. Technical masterpiece match. Everybody's favorite match is WrestleMania 3, Savage versus Steamboat. Back in the day, nobody really gave a fuck about this match until they really went on the internet and watched the match. Guess what? I know somebody got the fucking tape of this fucking WrestleMania, so I can go and watch this shit on VCR. Alright? We went, I seen this match and it was pretty good. It was a pretty good match. The technical aspect. I think, Savage was heel at the time too. Steamboat was a face. I think, and Savage went over well on that with that elbow drop. He went over on his ass. This was a technical match because it could have been, shit, this is probably one of the best matches of all time, technical wise. You want a technical match, and let me tell you, these two guys is real technical in the ring, especially Savage. Savage is very underrated when it comes to his technical wrestling. Very underrated. This match was very good. I give him props on that. But I think Steamboat's best matches and feud was against Ric Flair in WCW. When they went against each other in WCW, that's when they had their best shit. You know what I'm saying? Steamboat and Flair in WCW, that was some good shit. Alright, my number 1 all-time favorite WrestleMania match. You already know what I'm about to say. Stone Cold versus Bret Hart. WrestleMania 13. Stone Cold going into this match as a heel. However, Stone Cold was getting over with the crowd. So was Bret Hart. They was getting over. Both of them was getting over shit. Bret Hart won the match with the sharpshooter. It was a submission match. But see, Stone Cold never tapped out. And when he was bleeding, that's what set they don't never show that on WWE today because WWE is some PG bastards. They don't never show when Stone Cold was bleeding all over his face. He was bleeding all over his face at WrestleMania 13 and shit. When Bret Hart busted his ass open. And this was a good submission match. Stone Cold, he kept trying to do the $1 Million Dream and shit. Well, as a submission hold and shit, so. Stone Cold, not a real submission specialist, but we knew Bret Hart was going to win this match because it's a submission match. Come on. You know Bret Hart is a submission specialist. So it's pretty obvious who the fuck you know is going to win the match. I mean, shit. And then they had Ken Shamrock as the guest referee, the special guest referee. Stone Cold passed out in a puddle of blood, passed out on his own fucking, passed the fuck out. And then Bret Hart won the fucking match. This when Stone Cold started to get over a little bit. This when he started making a name for himself. This when he made a name for himself. This when he put himself on the map when he wrestled in this match. This is a pretty dynamite ass match. I'm not gonna lie. This is the greatest WrestleMania match of all time because of the technical match. It was a real technical match, and this was before Stone Cold broke his fucking neck. By the way. This is before he broke his neck later on in that year. Because remember when Stone Cold, before he broke his neck, Stone Cold was a good technical wrestler. People must not remember. He was a good technical wrestler before he broke his goddamn neck. And then he had to become a brawler and shit because he couldn't do the same shit he used to doing because that vertebrae was broken, that damn neck. So that's also why his career ended short too. Because if Stone Cold if he never got that neck injury, he probably would have wrestled till 2010 or some shit, 2009. He would have been wrestling for way longer than what he did. Trust me. If he never had that injury. But yeah, this is good. This is a great match, man. Great match on probably the worst WrestleMania of all time. If it wasn't for this match, this would have been the worst WrestleMania of all fucking time. WrestleMania 13 would have been the worst of all fucking time. Period. If it wasn't for this match. Even though I think the top 3 worst WrestleManias of all time is WrestleMania 9, WrestleMania 11, and WrestleMania 29. I thought it was the worst WrestleManias of all time. Fucking garbage ass shit. But yeah, man, I'm about to be up out of here, man. Let me know what you think about your list. Tell me what your top 25 WrestleMania matches is down below in the comment section. Subscribe, comment. Alright, I'm about to be up out of here. Peace out, y'all.